Hello and welcome to Scale Stuff. In this week's video, I'm going to be making a post-build video on the 1/35th Henschel turret Tiger II by Hobby Boss. As always, I'm going to start with a little bit of history. The Tiger II, or King Tiger, was first used during the Normandy campaign of 1944. At the time, it was the most powerful tank on the battlefield. The British also referred to it as the Royal Tiger, though this seems to have mostly been lost to time. As super weapons of the Germans, it lacked in numbers to have much effect on the war by the time it was released, with only about 500 made. Because of its huge size and weight, the Tiger II suffered with mechanical and mobility issues. However, with its thick sloped armour and devastating 88mm gun, it was a formidable adversary for any Allied tank that was unfortunate enough to encounter it on the battlefield. Onto the model. Released by Hobby Boss in 2018, it's still a young model with no problems to be found with tooling. And it comes with Zimmerit sheeting to add the anti-mine paste to the tank. It also has some lovely cast and rolled textures on the exposed non-Zimmerit covered areas. Sadly, however, this texture is not on the turret. Speaking of the turret comes with some nasty circular casting errors on either side. This is the only real issue with the entire model, and if you plan on building this kit without the Zimmerit coating, these will require careful cleanup before proceeding on with the build. As always, I consulted the rivet counters of the internet on this model to see if there were any inaccuracies in the build, and one minor quibble kept coming up regarding the clean, neat finish of the Zimmerit, but I think that's clutching at straws, as it's easily remedied with a little bit of a roughing up around the edges. Overall, I found the build process on this model an absolute joy. The instructions are clear and easy to follow, and all the parts fit in snugly into their proper places, with only a bit of minor cleanup required on some of the parts. However, I will say of this model that it has a lot of small details, and it's more suited to an experienced modeler. A few minor things and a major thing to watch out for when building this model. The wheels overlapping mean that they will have to be painted as you go. Also, this tank model comes with working torsion bar suspension, which kind of works, but also doesn't work well on a model. I was concerned of it riding low if I left it drying on its wheels, so I left it propped up on some empty paint tubs and waited until the glue was properly set before chancing putting it down onto its wheels. This was my first time encountering this sort of mechanic in a kit though, and yeah, I wasn't really sure about it. Another minor thing, the side skirts are found to be a little tricky to fit, as they go on these little added in bits when using the Zimmerit coating sheets. I found these bits a little bit tricky to mount and to know which way and if you'd mounted them correctly, but with some patience they go on well in the end. Speaking of patience though, the tracks on this kit were a little beyond me. A live track can be built using the parts in this kit, and sadly it does not come with shortcut rubber tracks for lazy folks out there like myself. Each track section consists of 2 linking tracks and 1 road track. All of these are connected by 2 guide teeth, and if done properly with the patience of a saint, will result in a live movable track. However, with other things to do in my life, I semi-bailed on these parts and left a lot of the teeth off. I kind of kicked myself about doing that now, choosing to just build them by crudely gluing them all together and draping them over the wheels while they set. This is the one bit of the kit I didn't enjoy, but I'm sure for others this will add to the kit's appeal. Sadly, this kit does not come with any crew, so I hijacked a crewman from a 20-year-old Tamiya King Tiger tank that I murdered as a kid to add a turret chap to this kit. Decals wise, the kit comes with markings to build a whopping 8 tanks, which I think is a crazy amount of choice. And all of these are nicely illustrated in a full colour paint guide. Most of the schemes provided with the kit offer variants of the green, brown and tan camo schemes seen on a lot of German tanks, with markings for a winter scheme and 2 late war King Tiger schemes where the Germans were running low on paint, amongst other things. So, in conclusion, I paid £28 for this kit in a sale, and it can normally be picked up for around £33. And for the price, I think this is an absolute bargain for what you get. You get a hell of a lot of highly detailed plastic for your money in this kit, along with working tracks, working suspension, clear and photo etch parts, and decals to make 8 different varieties of tank. A word of warning though, with this kit I would say it's better suited to slightly more advanced modelers, and it will really benefit from tweezers and patience as it comes with a lot of small details. Anyway, that's my after action report on the Hobby Boss 135th Henschel Turret King Tiger. As always, thank you for watching, and I hope you found this video helpful if you plan on building one of these at home. Anyway, until next time, have a good one. Goodbye.